Our cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
We're going to sign.
53's Mike. Check. 50.
Hey, lady.
Watch the slap.
Hey, Delta.
53's the Mike. 53. Check that.
On 1st down, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. You think about the two quarterbacks in this game with Darnold and Mayfield, and you think back to the 2018 draft. Gosh, leading up to that draft, the talk shows and all the rumors about who would go number 1. A lot of people thought it would be Sam Darnold going number 1 and playing for these Cleveland Browns. Josh Allen, Josh Rosen also in the mix. But it turns out the Browns, they would get Baker Mayfield. I think both parties pretty happy with the end result. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
I don't know why this team showed up. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Got the best.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
Check 24. Check 24. Check your hot read. Motion, motion, motion.
Check 26. Check 26.
Shift.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Regular.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. On first down, it's Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And he spins past him and into space. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Darnold on first down. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Smooth.
Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Hey, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, G.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Real.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Powering his way forward. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke up a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mayfield looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Check, box 54, box 54. Let's get off the field, G.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game Oh, so good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check 53. Here we go.
Darnold. Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 30 yards. They'll go for it with Bell. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, that's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The extra point up and good, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
King. Hurry.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert!
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, alert 33.
54.
Hey, wahoo.
Check. Tight off.
Hey, alert 33.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 50 yards.
Point it right. Five.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I got it.
Mayfield on 1st down. He finds Taylor, complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Pistol. Hey, high 7.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I got you.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 52. Under 10.
Hurry.
Now Chubb. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll give it to Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Even. 4 down. Even. 51 to Mike. 50.
Back to throw, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Caught by Montgomery. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Bravo.
Here's Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Yo, lady.
Now that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check.
Yo, lady.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Here's Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the out.
Jarvis Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, orbit.
50 seconds.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Now Darnold. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Cleveland.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Alert!
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Henry Anderson there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Chubb. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, alert 33.
They run it again with Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
King. Mike 57. Come on, move. Mike 57. Come on.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Seibert on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Browns 27, Jets 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Darnold now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Yeah, I got you. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, wahoo!
It's our field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
5.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the play.
To throw is Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Check. On 3.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. Got some real estate inside the 30. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. They'll run it with Bell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Here's Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Yeah, let's go.
Go.
58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. Cut.
3rd and long, it's Darnold.
I'm going back to you.
Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Check 31. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
General West.
Kill.
49. Check 49.
Kill.
They run, Chubb, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A give. This is Chubb. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Check 53.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't.
Hey, alert 33.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the screen.
Run.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
That's a wet. Point it right. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here.
Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Jamie Gillendow. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Crowder now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Bell. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bravo.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Delta.
Number 53, Mike Victor.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
That's good for Jets.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Check 99. Slam.
On 3rd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Get ready.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Browns, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.